Good day everyone and welcome to another video. Today we'll be reacting to Simon the Digger versus Kyle R- Rayner, Gurren Lagann versus White Lantern, Dead Battle by Dead Battle. I don't know who White Lantern is and I didn't watch Gurren Lagann, but I know it's an anime and I know the line believe in me that believes in you, which I don't know what means. Okay,
Simone the Digger, Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern.
so is it like a Green Lantern?
Two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Deep underground, Jiha Village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world of.
Oh, so he has all the lanterns. I mean, I was stupid for asking. I mean, the white has all the other colors wavelengths in it, so it makes sense.
Above their squalid cave. That's where the hero of our story comes in. The young man who would lead his comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, the great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simone. He was there too, I guess. Simone was a digger, content to drill endlessly through the dirt, until the day he found the core drill. A key that activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named Lagann. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun after a life in the dark. But the sky was by
Okay.
no means the limit. The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the Earth for humanity, scoring a second mech in the process, aptly named Gurren. And as befits Kamina and Simone's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Lagann merged, creating Gurren Lagann. With Kamina piloting the body and Simone the head, these two were unstoppable. Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagann might just be the absolute coolest, fueled by its pilot's willpower and capable of making any weapon they can imagine, including missiles.
The coolest robot? I mean, there is some big competition there, like Evangelion, the uh, how is it called? Uh, how is it called? The anime with the politics and the eye that can manipulate people. Was it Code Godeas? And then there is Darling in the Franxx. Those also have cool robots. Just to remind you.
A jetpack, a sunglasses boomerang, and of course, drills! Wrist-mounted drills,
Okay.
kunai drills, shield drills, kamehameha
I think the creator likes drills.
drills, and everyone's favorite, the Giga Drill Burenku! Side note, it is so funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something, my whole person.
Yeah, Darling in the Franxx was chef's kiss. That was one of the best animes I watched. I mean, at the time in 2019 was it? Or yeah, I think it was 2019 when I watched it. It was one of the best shows I watched. Okay, that was the second anime I watched. I watched Naruto and Darling in the Franxx at the same time. And I finished Darling in the Franxx before Naruto, so yeah, Naruto was taking the second place. So my first anime was Darling in the Franxx, and it is one of my favorite animes still today. Omega Kill. Ooh, that one is also good, but as a first anime, really, you chose the one of the most sad animes For your first anime, that's like watching how's it called? Uh, I can't remember now. Maybe I will later. But let's continue with the video. I mean, I could rewatch Omega Kill because I just watched until episode 5 or First Death. I seen First Death.
With Gurren Lagann's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces, liberated human villages, and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome. And
Oh, if you didn't know what was going to happen, I'm sorry for you. Yeah, the end I heard is not so happy.
Till Kamina died. Oh, wait, shit, was that supposed to happen?
Nope,
Oh.
and it was all Simon's fault. He let his willpower waver, and his soul brother paid the price. After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit.
So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in the Simon who believes in you.
Okay, yeah, that is the quote I remember.
Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole time. It was Simon who found Lagann, Simon who pierced the surface, and Simon who would now lead humanity to victory.
Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side, who helped pull him out of his rut and kick Lord Genome's ass. But victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attacked.
What is this anime about?
Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral feared humanity's potential, what they dubbed the spiral nemesis.
Remember how Gurren Lagann runs on fighting spirit? Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right, the laws of physics run on chutzpah.
Just as the
Okay. Uh, you know what? I will watch it when I find time. So maybe next weekend I will watch it, and even maybe on stream. Yeah, I don't really fear the copyrights.
spiral turned inward represents endless obsession and madness. The spiral turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect representation of humanity's evolutionary potential.
I think the creator was obsessed with spirals.
Potential Simon would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
Channeling spiral power lets you constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simon can create portals to different realities and higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagann with big.
This sounds like something I'm writing. And when I write, I know I'm writing something that doesn't make sense and is crazy, and you would think I smoked something while I was writing it.
Bigger and stronger machines.
Creating the Arc Gurren Lagann, which is
Okay.
strong enough to shatter space and time with a punch.
Or the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, which can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions.
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
All within a Planck instant.
That's the smallest unit of time physically possible.
Bro did his research.
Meaning each laser would have to be moving 4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light.
Ooh.
Oh, well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history. Congratulations, Gurren Lagann.
Move over, SpongeBob. You've been dethroned. Oh, and the guidebook says they hit an innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes. You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't enough to escape the anti-spiral's greatest trap, the multiverse labyrinth. An attack that imprisoned Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind.
This sounds like a fever dream.
permanently arresting him in a dream world.
Except Simone and his spiral power are just built different. And after being inspired by his bro, Simone absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that this labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simone absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself.
This is summarization?
The jump between dimensions is basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope.
What?
Oh, we're just getting started. Imagine a two-dimensional drawing interacting with a three-dimensional person.
Okay. That's not too far off from what actually happened.
Because when Simone absorbed the multiverse labyrinth, he merged with every alternate universe version of himself, including an alternate universe Simone who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann. And that
Excuse me? Excuse me? What? Yeah.
author's spiral power made his fictional Simone real, adding another to the mix.
Wait, if every human being has spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all gave our Simone enough spiral power to form
Don't try it.
the next step in mecha evolution, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
This is when Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy. Like shooting missiles that alter probability so they have a 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like frisbees.
This man's imagination is unlimited.
Sorry, did I say galaxies? I meant universes.
Simone's power was so immense that he started generating super spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe.
With it, Simone turns his thoughts into reality, letting him create his mech and all of its weapons in the first place.
Not only does this mean he no longer needs co-pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence.
Like when Lord Genome used spiral power to survive quantum breakdown, or the time Nia, now the best wife in the universe, used spiral power to constantly regenerate her body from being erased at the informational level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality.
Okay. So those would be the fields, like proton field, electron field, and other fields that, when excited, make up our reality. Even I don't know what that means. I just watched too much Veritasium and absorbed too much physics knowledge, which I don't know what it means.
Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, Wiz, when the fuck is my leg growing back?
When even this was not enough for the anti-spiral, Simone evolved one more time.
Into Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann!
This mech is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simone and his friends shattered the anti-spiral once and for all.
Hey, cruel indifference!
Okay, that was a Naruto length battle, like 100 episodes war.
Of the universe, meet the indomitable human spirit.
Proving Kamina's words prophetic, that Simone's drill is the drill that would pierce the heavens.
With no more worlds left to conquer, Simone chose to wander the earth for the rest of his days, in service to others.
Always looking up, for all the lights in the sky are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
That sounds wrong.
The universe is a dangerous place. Should you find yourself face to face with an interdimensional vampire, alien dictators, or this one really pissed off cat, you know who to call.
The Green Lantern Corps. They're the Space Fuzz, an intergalactic police force founded billions of years ago by blue leprechaun gods.
And the greatest Green Lantern among them
His leprechaun gods? Was the creator Irish, maybe?
was everyone's favorite, Hal Jordan.
You know him. You love him. You might hate him. But
I didn't watch the movie, but I heard some people don't like.
You gotta respect the man with a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
After his hometown got completely obliterated, Hal lost his mind. He rampaged through the core, killing everyone in his path, and absorbed the central power battery, the
Well, it crash out.
literal Green Lantern.
Becoming the Emerald Tyrant, Parallax.
There was only one survivor of Parallax's killing spree, Ganthet. And with what remained of his strength, he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe to a human, Kyle Rayner.
So, was Kyle picked for his indomitable willpower like Hal was?
I didn't watch the anime. Is there the anime? Or cartoon?
He was just there. He had no idea what was going on. Must feel good being given the most dangerous magical weapon in existence to figure out on your own. Hey,
I mean, that's what happens with the Flash and with Spider-Man and Green Lantern and many more. Animated TV show, I'm not sure which one though. I mean, it looks better than the movie.
if Colonel Sanders, Daffy Duck, Space Wheat, and a sentient box can master it, what's your excuse, Kyle?
The Green Lantern ring can do anything, fulfilling any wish its user desires as though it were a genie from a lamp.
It lets you fire energy blasts, create force fields, affect gravity, turn invisible and intangible, manipulate matter, time travel, warp reality, and erase things from existence.
Think we're exaggerating?
So it's matter manipulation. I have similar thing in my story, so I'm a bit familiar with it.
Well, consider the time Kyle stretched the very fabric of space to increase the Planck length a billion times over. That's like stretching an inch into a light year.
Lanterns control time and space, letting them fly so fast they can create a Speed Force singularity.
Tapping into the Speed Force requires entering a higher dimension of space, requiring speeds that are not only faster than light, but totally immeasurable. And the rings have an artificial intelligence that operates just as fast, automatically protecting its user from danger.
Like the time
Of course it has AI. Everything has AI today.
that Boozer Kilowog survived being erased from existence by the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
The ring is fueled by its user's willpower and limited only by their imagination.
While Hal may have had the greatest willpower in the core, Kyle's imagination is unmatched, probably because he's a comic book artist. And we
Okay, yeah. If you write a story or a comic book or a cartoon or a novel, you will develop a good imagination and good sense of writing a dialogue for characters.
know from this show, they think of some wild shit.
But the Green Lantern's most recognizable ability is their constructs, Kyle's speciality.
Samurai armor, pirate ships, giant dragons, actual working home computers, and his favorite, super fighting robots. Hey, that one looks familiar.
Kyle can make them strong enough to lift
I don't like robots or mechas, but you do you.
the Spectre, who weighs as much as eternity.
Or hold back a 12.3
Eternity isn't a measurement.
dimensional Big Bang. Wait, 0.3? DC's multiverse has 12.3 dimensions? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The ring's only down
What's the 0.3 dimension? What's the 0.3? What, you can move just 3 steps into the next universe and then you get teleported back, or what?
downside is that it's limited to 20.
Or, I mean, 0.3. You can just look into the another universe, but you can't go there. Or you can't affect it, but you can just see what happens there. Oh, hello and welcome. How are you doing today?
24 hours before needing a recharge.
So it can blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Although I'd say Kyle's biggest weakness was Kyle. With great power came no responsibility.
Yeah, that's the line. With great power comes no responsibility. because you have powers. What are they gonna do to you?
Perhaps a manifestation of Kyle's self-doubt. Any reflection came too late, though, when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her body in a fridge.
Kyle wasn't the
Interesting. So people know this channel. This is first time I heard of it, but I'm going to subscribe and see what they post next.
only one traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
For how female characters are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
So it might surprise you that it happened to Kyle again.
Kyle
Oh, this man can find no love.
finally got serious. He became a prominent member of the Justice League, faced off against Hal, and even rebuilt the Green Lantern Corps better than ever.
But little did he know, this torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save Ganthet from an
It's kind of popular, and yes, fridging was popularized as a concept because of Kyle. Okay, I mean, I can see why it would be. I mean, I'm sure the comics are great, but I heard the movie was meh. Aang was the traveler at the next death battle.
emotional lobotomy. It's a long story. He had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
There are 7
Oh, Aang from the Avatar and the Traveler. I don't know where that is from.
colors, each representing a different emotion. The yellow light of fear lets Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind. The more
Okay.
scared you are of him, the stronger.
You can recommend the next video, but that's going to be the last one because my attention span is going crazy. Genshin Impact. Ooh, I would like to watch that one when it comes out.
He becomes.
Orange light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely his enemies' attacks, but also their souls.
Red is rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm, which sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue light is powered
Yeah.
by hope and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination, and supercharge his ring.
Hmm. Okay, I will watch it when it comes out. Or if you ever come to another stream, just remind me when it comes out. I will definitely give it a watch.
Go is compassion, reducing his opponent's will to fight and letting him open portals across space.
Ooh, I don't know which ring would be the strongest. I mean, hope sounds good, and the compassion sounds better. Rage, well, love can beat rage, and compassion can beat rage. Hope can beat rage, but I don't know if hope can beat the compassion. So yeah.
Connecting him to others.
The final one was the sapphire light of love.
Okay, I would pick love because love is the strongest emotion in humans. So yeah.
With it, he can trap enemies within crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged, and Kyle became a White Lantern with total control
Okay.
over the power of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes
I mean, wait, hear me out. Power of life. So just make yourself an army. Huh? Huh? Huh?
you live.
Each one has its gimmick. There is only one orange because if you read, for example, so there's one guy that absorbed the power of each orange. One orange.
Empowered by
Okay.
the physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse, Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other lantern in existence.
Far stronger than Hal, who could harness the energy of every power battery across the multiverse.
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the
Yeah. So he's basically a god. You could just said White Lantern is a god in a comic or in this video, for example.
white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation, like the Anti-Monitor.
Okay, so it's not
Anti-Monitor. Um, it sounds like a really bad monitor.
totally useless.
Especially after Kyle visited the source and acquired the life equation. Essentially the source code to reality, the life equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it, Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like its counterpart, the anti-life equation, is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
So
I just acquired some inspiration for my for the story I'm writing. It's not stealing, it's inspiration.
it's not a shock that the equation made Kyle too powerful.
He struggled to control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties. Oblivion. Kyle's greatest
Oh.
weakness.
Who do you think is winning so far? So it was White Lantern against Simon the Dig. Oof, this one is hard. I don't have a favorite here, so oh. Let me think about this. Those requests are super OP. Imagine having mathematical proof to why life matters or not. Concepts like life are right. I mean, I have a lot of topics about life in my story, like why suffering is important for happiness to exist, because everything is always a nice, happy rainbow and relaxation. It means nothing, because if you are always relaxing, you can't relax from relaxation. But if you suffered enough, then the happiness means something. That would be equation of life. And yeah, who would win? Huh. I mean, both of them are very powerful. Let me watch this until the end, and then I will tell you when I know the both stories.
Was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns. And together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life
Okay.
at their
That's a good life lesson.
command, there's no end to their journey, only endless beginnings.
So now, who would win? This is a hard one. I don't have bias here. It's hard without bias. I think Simon the Digger. He is more powerful, I think.
Hey, remember Beerus versus Sailor Galaxia? No? Well, that's because it was taken off YouTube for being too anime. But we've got a solution. It's our own website. That's www.deathbattle.gg. It's like our own private Patreon, with a store for Death Battle merch and a complete Death Battle video archive. It's got episodes.
Okay, they are both universe. Yeah. I think I will watch some videos from this site next time. because I saw one with Asuna from Sword Art Online, and I'm interested in that one because I don't know what her power is.
Episodes that YouTube has banned, blocked, and censored.
Busters, okay, yeah, they both make sense. Boosters and busters.
And there's even more goodies on the way. So check out deathbattle.gg live right now. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
All right, I'm not rusty at all.
Hey dude, Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here.
I don't have any preference. I'm a Star Wars guy, but I know little about DC compared to Marvel, and less about Gurren Lagann. Save Death Battles 4 on stream. I love watching people trying to figure out. I'm down to rewatch any Death Battle. Yeah, I would definitely do it on stream because finding content for stream is very hard if you don't know what you want to watch, like me.
Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm down for watching anything you have to give. I've seen all 200 plus the battles. Yeah, I believe you. When I find channel I like, I watch all the videos they have, like game theory, food theory, film theory, VTubers. Like I like to watch Rosibel Moo. I like to watch Stellatrix, Mupin. Yeah, I watch, like, find a VTuber that's interesting or channel that's interesting, like game theory, and then I binge all the episodes within a week, or if it's a bigger channel, within 3 weeks.
I'm told I'm bad with authority.
Tell me about it. 4!
4?
Oh,
That's nothing! My drill will pierce the heavens! Take it, Topa Gurren Lagann!
I feel like this music is copyrighted.
That's really cool. I'm a digger.
We do the impossible.
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
If you ain't know,
Now you know!
Okay,
I'm Shimon the Digger!
wait. This shot is really cool.
I'm Shimon the Digger! If there's a wall in my way, I'll smash it down!
Well, he's not a wall, he's a person. Don't objectify people.
stop fighting. Think about your fear of death, your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope
Yeah.
for the future. Choose life.
Have faith in the Simon that believes in you.
Super Tekken Topa Gurren Lagann! My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens! Giga Drill Break!
Now that is a big drill. Guys, don't break universes.
The super weapon wasn't your mech.
It was me.
Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power.
Still, I think Gurren Lagann wins. Simon wins.
Green Lantern fly!
Let's see you grit those teeth!
Yeah, those were good shots.
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
I knew it.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
KO!
For the guy with the snazzy sunglasses!
When both combatants possess unlimited power, it's hard to judge them by our normal standards. Take speed.
Yeah, like I said, they both seem the same in the matter of who is more powerful.
Simone can hit an infinite number of targets all at once, and Kyle can fly fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
When you control space and time, things like strength and speed kind of become irrelevant.
Instead, let's analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower, and their ultimate potential.
First up, imagination. The boundless things they could conjure to use against the other.
I mean, the White Lantern gets this one because he can literally make anything, and the other guy just uses drills.
Both could think up just about anything the other could, like
Okay, have a great time, but I will be also going after this video.
absorbing each other's attacks, fighting across time, anything.
Simone did have a few attacks that Kyle hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
And in general, Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than
Have you also requested a video? Oh, okay, then I will watch that one too, and then I will go.
Simone's arsenal, which was mostly drills. Though again, nothing Simone couldn't adapt to with, say, his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the other
Yeah.
main factor for both characters, the origin
Did he say a draw? Okay. Okay. I forgot about that. Of course, we'll watch yours too. I don't break my promises.
of their unbelievable might, their willpower.
And that's really gonna be the winning factor here, since it's the source of everything for both of them. Whoever's got the stronger willpower wins.
Both can manipulate reality on a multiversal
Well, I think Simon has better willpower because, yeah, Green Lantern has a willpower, but it's just one of them, and that one isn't that strong.
scale with their willpower, but we can use dimensions to roughly calculate a difference. This might sound absurd for most characters, but it's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
The multiverse labyrinth that Simone absorbed contained 11 spatial dimensions. That's 1.3 dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
1.3 dimensions. What kind of measurement is that?
Remember, each numbered dimension infinitely surpasses the one below it.
Which meant Kyle's willpower was stronger at a base level. However, that doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if there's one thing both of these guys are known for, it's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Simone's whole deal with spiral power is how he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth requires
9% Kyle is also not even considered the lantern with the strongest willpower. That's all on with thing that sparkled
Simone
up.
to leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone
Yeah, I mean, it isn't 100% willpower because there are also the other rings within it. So
made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle, especially since spiral power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level. Kyle's never destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability to easily kill Simone, it was only a matter of time before Kyle's ring ran low on charge. Especially since Simone could likely regenerate for at least a week straight, like Nia did. While Blue Lantern Light could boost Kyle's power, he's never jumped several orders of infinity in strength like Simone has.
And while Kyle could manipulate emotions to reduce Simone's willpower, Simone resisting the labyrinth's mental manipulation meant he
it's like they both, it's like they were in the same room while writing that, because man, he has every counter for it.
could power through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything, that is, except for the life equation. It originated from a higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to him as an asset, forcing him to relinquish it to keep from destroying reality and himself.
Compare that to Simone, who merged with a version of himself writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using spiral power to make that fiction into reality.
A pretty similar level of reality to the life equation, and a level of power Simone had no trouble embracing and mastering by the end of his story. No matter how you look at it, Simone might start weaker, but his peak will always transcend Kyle's. Isn't that how all of Simone's battles usually go anyway? That's Gurren Lagann in a nutshell.
So Simone's incredible potential eclipsed Kyle, which means his willpower was ultimately greater. Kyle may have embodied life itself, but Simone's unstoppable evolutionary potential would shatter even this lantern's light.
I hope Kyle at least dug the fight, because when it comes to death battle losers, he was a dead ringer.
The winner is Simone the Digger.
Another one I guessed correctly.
Next time on Death Battle.
Okay, so that was Simon the Digger versus Kyle Rayner, Gurren Lagann versus Wild later by that battle. And I will see you the next time. Have a great time.